Hey Reflections! So, a reflection asked me to do a video on manifestation and synchronicity, and I decided, why not? So if you guys have any video ideas, if you have any questions, if you want me to do a video on a certain topic, let me know, and I'll probably do it. Anyway, so the reason why I encourage all of my reflections to have psychedelic experiences is because when you ingest a psychoactive substance, it actually upgrades your consciousness and downloads some information, and you can basically maneuver the hologram a lot easier. So about, I'd say 4 years ago in 2012, I was sharing an apartment with 3 people in Brooklyn, and I had about $20 to my name. And I just didn't feel sorry for myself. I never felt sorry for myself, even when I've just dealt with such intense experiences. I never felt sorry for myself, and I never felt like a victim. I always felt that I would just survive and make it through. So after my last DMT experience, I kind of realized that life is a holographic game. And everybody in that holographic game is a reflection of me. And this life is my game. And I realized right then and there that I was trying so hard to manifest whatever it is that I wanted when I didn't really have to work so hard and just know that everything was mine. And that's really the type of mindset that you have to have. And that's why I encourage the psychedelic experience, because once you download that experience into you, you no longer have to work. You no longer have to beg, because you realize that literally everything in this game is yours. And that's when things really started to just lift off completely. And abundance doesn't have to necessarily be monetary. It could also be in relationships. I see a lot of people when I travel the world that actually have no money at all, but they have relationships and they have abundance in that. Currently, I had the opposite, and I've learned to create a lot of connections that made me feel that I was living in abundance, because just because a person has a lot of monetary value doesn't mean that they're living in abundance. They could still be a rich person or a person with, monetary means that is really lonely and sad. So I try to actually have abundance in all aspects of my life. And I think that's a very important balance to have, because that's when you start appreciating everything. And my last DMT experience was the game changer. Like, that was when I just realized that here I was begging and pleading and asking for all of these things. But the difference now is that I know it is mine. I know it is mine. I know that it is my divine birthright to live in abundance, because that is the nature of the hologram. And when you download that type of experience, and that's why I really, really think that experience makes the individual, then you start completely thinking in a different way. A lot of people are actively trying to manifest something in their lives without really believing that it's theirs. And once you manipulate your consciousness into understanding that it is already your divine birthright to have, and to have basically whatever the heck you want, that's the game changer. That's when you start actively manifesting. So that's what manifestation is to me. I don't like using the word manifestation because I find that there's a lot of work attached to it, and it's actually that effortless and that easy to actually understand. It's not, there's not a lot of work involved. So I like to think of it as my divine birthright, not a manifestation. And synchronicity, that's also divine in my way of thinking. After my last experience again, I realized that every single event that has taken place in my life is divine and is supposed to be as is. So I'm currently working with nature spirits, and every single human interaction to me seems like a synchronicity. Every single person in my life is either learning something from me or giving me knowledge and I'm learning something from them. So that's synchronicity to me. Every single person that I come in contact with, I just feel they're there for a reason. And it all started off with, in the earlier times, in 2013, it actually started off with number synchronicities. And after that, it was just like everything in my life is a synchronicity, because after the Satori experience, I realized that every single event that has ever happened in my life was absolute and necessary. So that's my take on all of this stuff. Let me know if you guys have, similar stories. To me, I really feel that we just have to download experiences to understand life just a little bit better, and to stop trying to work so hard, and to start paying attention to everything that happens in your life. A long time ago, the native culture, it was almost like everything was divine, and that's kind of how I look at the world in this concrete jungle. Anyway, reflections. I hope you're having an awesome, awesome, awesome day. Bye, reflections.